What's your name?
I'm Bruce Lowery.
Bruce?
Brucelowry.
Middle name?
Paul.
Lowery. When were you born?
May 26th, 1934.
People call you Bruce?
Yeah.
Okay, Bruce. You can do me a favor, you can take your hat off and lay it right there because the bill has a little shadow on it. I tried to establish a little genealogical line. So, what are your parents' names?
My parents' names is Paul Wayne Lowery, and my mother's name was Irene Cooper.
Her maiden name?
Her maiden name is Cooper.
Okay. Now, what were your father's parents' names?
My father's parents' name was George Debbie Lowery was his father, and his mother was Grace Husted. That was her maiden name.
Her maiden name was Houston?
Husted.
How do you spell it?
Hustatead.
Okay, Husted, yes. What were your mother's parents' names?
My mother's parents was William Cooper, Cooper, and that was her father. Her mother was Ellie Foltz. That was her maiden name. Foltz was her maiden name.
How do you spell that?
Fultz.
Z. Okay. Now, are you married, single, divorced, widowed, separated? All
I'm widowed.
You're widowed?
Yes.
And what was your wife's name?
Cosette Fagnelli. Fagnilli.
Her first name was
Cosette. Cossette.
Interesting name. And what was her maiden name then?
Fagnelli. She was an Italian.
I was going to say. Now, do you have children?
I have two boys.
What are their names?
One of them is Brady Lamar Lowery.
Brady?
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's the oldest. And the youngest is Scott Joseph Lowery.
Does Brady have children?
He has two girls
named
Ayla Nicole Lowery, and the youngest one is Marisa Adelia Lowery.
Okay. Now, your youngest son's name was what?
Scott. He was married, but he never had any children.
Okay. Now, were you in the Army, Navy?
Navy.
In the Navy. Now, did you join the Navy? Were you drafted, or what was it?
I joined.
You joined. When did you go in?
That was in Korea after 1952.
What was the date of your entry? Do you recall?
November 20th. November 20th, 1952.
What is your present address?
502 7th Street, Waverly, Ohio.
And your occupation?
I'm retired.
From?
I was self-employed I did carpentry work.
Okay. How much education did you have?
Went through high school.
Okay. Now, you went in the Navy, and where did you do your basic training?
That was at Great Lakes.
Where did you go after Great Lakes?
Great Lakes, I went to down to Norfolk.
What did you do there?
I worked on flight line at NAS, which is a Naval Air Station.
Was that what you were trained to do then? Or
in the Navy, yes.
And after that, where did you go? What did you do?
Then I went into a squadron over on Breezy Point, which is that's right there at Norfolk.
Okay.
And
what was the name of it?
Breezy Point.
Breezy Point.
Mm-hmm. And I went in the squadron. We went. At that time, we took a med cruise that's over went over to England. We went to England that time, to Spain, Italy, France.
Okay.
And we came back.
What was the name of your ship?
On that one, it was the Lady.
That was the name of it?
Mm-hmm. L-A-T-E.
What kind of ship was it?
It's carrier.
It was a carrier?
Mm-hmm.
Was it called the Lady Gulf?
No, it was called Late.
L-A-T-E.
Mm-hmm.
And that time, you say, did you have another tour?
Yes. I took a shakedown cruise on the FDR down to Gitmo when the FDR come out of dry docks over, and they had her working on her over in Portsmouth, and they needed a squadron. We flew over on that, and then flew down, and then we sailed down to Guantanamo Bay.
That's Gitmo, as you say.
That's Gitmo.
Okay. Yeah. And you did what they call the shakedown cruise, which is the first cruise of the ship?
Yeah, it's they have to take a shakedown cruise. It's just test driving.
Yeah. What was your job on the shakedown cruise?
It was just the same thing as I was in charge of. I was one of the mechanics in charge of our planes that was on there. See, the ship itself has ship's company, and then we had our own. Old man had the exec officers and everything else. We get a complete separate unit that is on the ship when we fly on. Every squadron has their own.
What year was this?
1953.
You know, I'm going to have to ask him, but I think maybe my stepfather was on that ship at that time.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, well, his name was James A. Young, Jr.
Okay.
Yeoman. It was administration.
Well, that's ship's company.
I'm not sure if he was on at that particular time, but I've interviewed him too, and I seem to think that he told me those dates. Now, did you go overseas anywhere? I mean, you had these tours. You said you went to the Mediterranean, didn't you?
Yeah, that's being overseas.
Yeah.
But
And then
I didn't go on the over on the West Coast. We didn't go to the Far East, which was Korea at the time.
You're right. You were in during the Korean conflict. Is that
right.
correct? Now, you had a Mediterranean tour. How many Mediterranean tours did you have?
2.
What was the other one on? What ship was the other?
That one was on the Plow.
Wow, what is that?
That's carrier.
Another carrier?
Yeah. See, on a squadron, you fly on carriers.
Yeah. I haven't heard of those carriers. L-A-T-E and the Plow.
And that was a long time ago.
P-L-O-W.
P-L-O-U-G-H.
U-G-H, okay. Were you single at the time?
Oh, yeah.
Were you married?
Yeah. Single. Oh, yeah.
Now, when you hit one of these foreign ports and get liberty, what does a single sailor do on liberty?
It all depends on what a single sailor wants to do. We visited several of the local establishments to see what everything locally was happening.
And I see now. So this was a scientific study that you could compare cultures from like Spain to Italy to And where was the best?
Oh, I don't know. The best right here in the United States.
Oh, yeah.
Because I believe in this and wholeheartedly. I like Spain. The Spanish people were very cordial, very nice to you.
Okay.
In fact, all of them were. Even we went to Scotland and Ireland that last time, and Scotland and Ireland, they're very nice, also. But to me, I kind of like the Spanish people over there.
Did you go to Greece?
No, I didn't get to go over there.
Okay. How about Italy?
Yes, we hit Italy.
Okay. Were they hospitable?
Oh yeah, the Italian girls and French and all of them are when you hit the ports.
Are they there waiting for you at the dock?
Not so much as being in there. They're in there, but they're waiting, but they raise all the prices and everything because
rich Americans are coming ashore.
Sure, we got money.
Did you bring back any souvenirs from your?
Nothing other than I sent Mom back different things from each country and little things like that, but nothing specific.
Have you kept in touch with any of your friends?
Very few.
Okay.
At that time.
You ever been back to any of these places?
No.
Forts or anything? You have any tattoos you want to talk about?
No, I don't have any.
You're a sailor. You didn't have tattoos.
I was one of them that just went over there, and for some reason, I didn't like the needle that well. I've seen some of them get sick and get infected and festered up. So I decided I didn't think I needed that.
Wouldn't they court-martial you if you got a tattoo?
No.
Did they do that?
They could, if it made you
interfered with your line of duty.
Interfered with your line of duty. The same thing as going out on the beach and getting a severe sunburn.
Okay.
It's harming government property, I think it fell under.
What's the worst thing that ever happened to you?
The worst thing? I can't remember any bad times. When I was I don't remember too many bad times at any time. But
Spain was particularly nice then, huh?
Yes, I like that.
Where were you in Spain? Palermo or what did
No, you asked me too quick. I can't remember. Marseille, France. We come down to. I just can't remember it.
Okay.
At this point in time.
Did you like the Navy?
Yes.
Did the Navy change you? Military service change you?
Let's put it this way. The military service gave me the time and the right to be able to grow up. And I think all military services do this for most of the people. I was just 18 when I went in, and so I wasn't. When you're 18 years old today, and back then you weren't completely grown, and you had to learn, and it gave me experience of getting away from home and being away from things. And like I always said, the first thing that really hit me is when I went to boot camp, we didn't have biscuits for breakfast every day, which I did at home when Mom fixed them.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the people watching this 200 to 100 years from now?
Other than I am nothing other than a typical veteran, which we went in when we had to. We did what we had to at the time. Put our lives on hold for a while. I was one came back. A lot of them didn't come back, and it's because of the veterans and because, especially World War II veterans, we are free today that we're not speaking German and saluting the Japanese flag on there. And it's the way I feel about it.
Well, thanks for everything you did. Thanks for talking to me.
I'm also when you're here at the American Legion, I am the district commander for the American Legion.
Are you?
Yeah.
What does district mean? You got a wide area?
I have 30 posts underneath me.
And you have to go?
I have to go visit each one of them. I'm down here talking to them about, and I'm picking dues up today.
Oh, picking up the dues, huh?
Yeah, I got to do that.
Man.
Thanks, Pop. Thank you.
Yeah.